take a look at the worst courses across the Jersey Shore, starting off here at number 5 on this list.
New Jersey. And there is a 12-hole golf course that's about an hour and a half away from Philadelphia International Airport. And if you're headed to Ocean City, this is the course you're going to want to play. Because Ocean City Golf Course is the only golf course in Ocean City. And it's a municipal course nonetheless. But there's something about this course that's interesting. It's located right next to an airport, and some of the holes are constantly changing throughout the years. Now, there is a lot of history and politics that we'll talk about in some other episodes about this golf course. Now, there's really not much to the first hole here, and I think it's about 27 yards. The course really only plays 1,560 yards. And again, there's only 12 holes, and it's a par 37. This course is making up their own rules, and as they could, because it's a municipal course nonetheless. And we'll talk about the first hole a little bit more, because the first hole used to be a little bit further than 27 yards. And as you can see, the holes, as you move into 4 and 5. Now, my favorite holes are the back holes, and we'll kind of talk about that. The course was designed by Willie Dunn Jr. in 1969, and has a ranking of 70 and a slope ranking of 113. Now, the first hole used to be about 60 yards, and they moved it down to 27 because of the location change, which we'll talk about on another video. So keep a lookout for that one. Now, as you move into some of the other holes, they get a little bit further. The 8th hole is about 170. The 9th hole is about 155. And then my favorite, which was the first hole you saw in the beginning of this video, was the 10th hole, which is a drivable hole if you just hit it, or you can end up hitting an airplane on the right-hand side. The course opens up the opportunity to really spray a house in some of the holes, but for the
most part, you'll have a great time if you do get over there and play the course. But it's not the best course. Let's take a look now as we quickly move us into number 4 on this list of the top worst courses across the Jersey Shore. Here we have Green Tree.
Located in New Jersey, the heart of Atlantic County. A course built in 1977 by John F. Gaffney, and has pretty decent rankings online of about a 3 to a 4. So let's take a look at Green Tree Golf Course. Now, a public 18-hole golf course that stretches 5,574 yards. And the course really starts off with a fun par 4 that is a dogleg right, and has some water and bunkers and heavy forests to look at. This course keeps in mind both amateurs and skilled golfers of all handicaps, and has a slope of 112 and a ranking of 67.2. This is an absolute fun 18-hole golf course. And no, it doesn't stretch 6,000 yards. It does have a unique par 6 on its number 3rd hole that we'll take a look at in just a second. But the greens putt pretty well here. It's a pretty fun golf course to get out and hit some bombs. And as you're coming down that number 2 hole right here, and you hit a good drive, you're getting real excited about that par 6, which makes absolutely no sense. Given on the back nine, some of the holes drop down to about 240 yards for a par 4.
Definitely a lot of interesting history, but not the greatest course. Let's head on over to our next facility across the Jersey Shore area. We have to take a look at this overpriced facility. That is Ocean Acres Country Club.
And also Manahawkin. So you're going to want to play from the back tees here at Ocean Acres Country Club. And here's why. It's a public 18-hole golf course that stretches 6,557 yards from those blue/back tees. Now, if you want to move up a little bit from the white tees, it's 6,234 yards, 5,602 yards from those senior tees, and then all the ways from the front tees is 5,230 yards. It's an incredible 18-hole golf course here. There's a lot to like. The course is extremely reasonable, and from open to noon, it's $55 for the weekday rates. Tier 1 discount is from noon to about 4 o'clock. It drops down to $45, and the twilight rate is $39. Now that's during the, looks like the summertime season. I'm not sure if that drops down on the winter time. But, you know, in the weekends it goes up to 65, so it gets a little bit expensive, and I suspect it gets a lot of play here as well. So from the back tees, the slope is 130, and from, you know, the, I guess the silver tees is about 124, so it does play pretty challenging. And the ranking from the back tees is 71.7, okay? The course was designed by Hale C. Purdy and opened in 1967. The course has Bermuda grass, Bermuda fairways, Bermuda tee boxes, and is a Bermuda-only golf course. Overall, this course is a little bit of a hidden gem. Ocean Acres Golf Course is part of the Ocean Acres Township community in Manahawkin, which is in South Jersey, and it is surrounded by state forests and wildlife preserves. The golf course lies 53 miles to the east of Philadelphia and 38 miles to the north of Atlantic City. You will also one of the very few golf courses in that region. And this golf course deals with
a lot of not great reviews. Let's move us now into number 2 on this list of the worst courses here in the Jersey Shore as we take a look at number 2.
For this golf episode, we're headed down just outside the Jersey Shore in Ocean County for a fun municipal course, Forge Pond Golf Club. Now, it's owned by the county, so prices here are going to be pretty reasonable. And we're going to walk through the history of the golf course, tell you a little bit about the price of the course. We have footage of most of the holes, and we're going to answer any questions you write down in the comment section. It's a small course, it's not too far, but it's in incredible condition, and all of that's going to play a factor in the final part of the video where we rate the course 1 out of 10, just like all our other ones. Now, we've reached over 100 golf vlogs, so we're cruising through. We have a pretty good sense of a good golf course, and this might be one here. As we continue to move through, we're going to highlight some of the better holes like the ones you're seeing right now. The course is kind of separated on the scorecard and offers a unique design as you start off. You see on that bottom part there of the front, and that's what you're seeing here, the bottom section of the golf course. Now, the designer of this course did an incredible job, I will say that. Hal Purdy designed the course in 1989. Would have loved to have seen more history of the golf course. Sometimes that gets lost in the municipal world of golf, but you could still find that history because it's floating somewhere in that clubhouse. Now, I will say the course plays extremely short. You might not even need a driver here. I wouldn't recommend it because it plays 3,916 yards for a par 70. Now, it's owned and operated again by the county of Ocean County. There's another course that we highly recommend, Atlantis, which we hit up as well. And this course I think is a little bit better than Atlantis, but some people that I played with disagree. I would consider this one more of like an executive course here. However, it's been ranked a top public golf course according to Golf Advisor. But that's only been ranked 16th out of the state. That's pretty high. Now, it starts to get a little washy up there when you talk about those type of top golf courses, public. And that's why we try to bring it to our channel of the top public golf courses, try to give you a little inside scoop of where they could possibly be. And we get it wrong consistently because, again, a lot of that is fueled by the information online. And clearly that's one-sided. That's why independent golf channels like us exist. Now, it's important also to note that this golf course, I think, is the type of golf course we're looking for. It's affordable, but it's also fun. It can get backed up. It's in Brick Township, so there's a lot going on in the summertime. It might be really hard to get a golf tee time here. Before we go into the prices of this golf course, which we recommend is low, so that's just, I think we all know that. But in regards to the rating of the golf course on major golf outlets like Google, it's a solid 4 out of 5 from 156 reviews. You start moving over to other ones like Golf Pass, solid 4 out of 584 reviews. It's getting a lot of reviews, and it's consistently a 4 out of 5. That's, again, we have our rating. Anything sitting below a 4 is probably not that great of a golf course. Talking about the price of the course, non-residents on the weekdays, AM, it's about $28. For green fees here, it goes up to about $32 on the weekends during the daytime. Now, got that golf cart fee that's going to be added on top of it. If you want to walk the course, that's still an incredible price. And that's why I think this course should be a little bit higher in your ratings, because it's a pretty good, reasonable price for that. Add on another $12 for a golf cart, so under $50 almost. You're still looking at a great time going out and play. You're still going to take some time because it gets backed up here. So even on some of the holes, you might have a golf ball fly through. Not the best clientele that's playing throughout this golf course. You might have a lot of hackers out here. But again, when you get to these price ranges, you're going to eventually have that. Unlimited golf packages are included with this, which is awesome. Now, that's a $1,100 rate from Monday through Friday to play unlimited golf. Anyone that's retired would consistently want to look at this course to go out and play. Because I will say on the weekends it gets packed, but there's certain times where you might have the course to yourself out here. Add on an unlimited $500 a year golf cart pass, and you're sitting pretty good for under $2,000. Now, in regards to my rating of this golf course, I think you can get tired of it
pretty quickly, and that's why I decided to put it at a number 2 spot. Let's take a look now as we close out our list, and even Google review would agree that our number 1 spot probably deserves here at number 1.
It's actually our first lost episode. We played this course over a year ago and forgot to make a video. And now we're back taking a look at the course, walking through the doors and going back in history and taking a look at a course called Cedar Creek Golf Club, or course, a 3.7 out of 181 Google reviews. With more reviews, there's more opportunities to take a look at what we got right and what we got wrong since playing this course. And overall, this was a fun public golf course in New Jersey to go out and play. It was pretty scenic. Didn't really feel like you were outside the Jersey Shore. The course was built in 1981 and stretches a total of 6,325 yards from those back tees. This is the fall time when it was filmed, and the conditions were pretty bright and vibrant. Although it was the end of the day, so the footage gets a little messy, and that's probably the reason why we didn't post it right away. The course is open year-round and has a slope of 120. This 18-hole golf course is a par 72. It's nestled all in between pine trees and on the north side of the Cedar Creek, and that's where it's got its name from. This iconic municipal golf course is also located by Veteran Park, which is a pretty popular park as you pull into the place. You don't even feel like you're going into a golf course. It's like clearly a park. They got baseball and everything else a park would have. I like the front 9, but the back 9 features 3 lakes, and that's probably the highlight of the course. It's also more of a hilly terrain. The 18th hole is located at the highest point of the golf course and also the highest point of Ocean County, looking over those 2 lakes in Lacey Township. The 11th hole is also very challenging. It's 220-yard par 3, making it a very difficult par 3 over some protective bunkers. Residents and non-residents all love to go out here and play this facility. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun golf course to get out here. Kind of have the place to yourself depending on the time of the year. If you're here in the summer, you won't. It will get pretty busy. But overall, the course and the price is right. About $50 you could play the course in the summertime, morning and mid-afternoon, dropping down to $35 to almost $25, I think, for walking rates. This is a good one to get out here if you're trying to save a little bit of money and also having, a decent round of golf without breaking a $100 bill. There's also the Eagle Ridge and some other pretty popular golf courses here in this area, but overall this course I thought kind of had the best bang for your buck. Putting green surfaces, everything else is pretty true. You can hit 2-3 balls off the tee, as you can see on this footage. And again, this is old footage, so bear with us. The course probably has gotten a little bit better conditions, and this is also in the fall time. We're going to talk a little bit about the golf designer. His name was Nicholas Pariasis. He's designed, I think, 6 golf courses in total. Most of those, well, all of them being north of this area, Rolling Green, this course, Black Head Mountain and Lodge near Albany, New York, and the Pocono Hills Golf Course. Also one outside of New York City called Overpeck Golf Club. And these are public golf courses so far. Oh, I thought the layout was nice. The back nine obviously is probably the highlight of the golf course. The condition and just the layout with those two lakes cutting through, it's almost like a big wow factor. Fortunately, we didn't get the best footage because it was dark around that time. But you can see right now the bent grass greens. The course isn't that nice. Right? We're not going to hide from that. But this is a year ago, so it hopefully has changed since then. Just like my swing has changed since then. Looking back, I think I had a better swing back here until I had some pointers. It goes to show how golf works out for you. I think that this course belongs in the 5 range if we're going to be consistent with my other golf reviews. I think a 5.2 was pretty fun. I remember just going out there and just trying to get some footage. This is when shorts started to kind of be on YouTube, so I think I was more focused on